My trip to Japan was an absolute dream. Gorgeous scenery, beautiful historical sites, and an overall sense of calm and serenity. Just kidding. The reality of the trip was 5 cities in 2 weeks, constant travel by train, bus, or plane, lots of walking, and of course, lots of amazing food. After landing in Tokyo, we immediately took the train to our first destination, Hiroshima. We first went to Miyajima Island, just off the coast and a short boat ride away. The big attraction here is this giant shrine, which is usually in the middle of the water, but when we went, it was low tide, which meant we could walk right up to it. I'd love to say we really appreciated the shrine, but we really paid more attention to the fish and crabs that collected in these small pools. Across from the shrine is this beautiful temple, which is also usually submerged in water. At the end of the temple, you can draw a fortune, which will tell you your luck for the year. And apparently, I got a pretty good one.
Whatever this means. What's
Very
that?
good luck.
Big good luck.
Nice.
How do you know? Where does it say that?
This one here.
If you end up drawing one with bad luck, there's a place for you to tie up your fortune and the temple will burn it for you, so you're not stuck with it. I also had my first matcha of Japan on this island, and needless to say, I was very pleased. The next day was our proper Hiroshima day. I'll admit, I'm not the biggest history buff, but seeing the site of the first atomic bomb and going through the museum was pretty moving. Our next stop was Fukuoka, home of the famous Hakata-style ramen, and yes, that is Ichiran. I actually had my very first Ichiran experience here, and it did not disappoint.
You're not tempting for me.
Yeah, do that big reaction.
I love the individual booths, being able to customize your ramen, and even these little tiles to communicate to the staff without actually having to talk to them. The rest of our one day in Fukuoka was mostly shopping and, of course, coffee, matcha, and shenanigans.
It's courtesy.
Okinawa is somewhere where I didn't realize a surprising amount of people actually want to go visit. But after this trip, I really can't in good faith recommend people to go there. The island life is very apparent. It's very slow paced and there's not that much to do. I know these clips look like a ton of fun, and I really did have fun, but I know that had more to do with the company rather than the place. Also, the food isn't great on the island, and I hate wasting meals while on vacation. Actually, now that I think about it, it's probably mostly the mediocre food that spoiled the experience for me.
It's super almondy.
Is it?
Less matcha, more almond.
More almond.
On our second day in Okinawa, we went diving. Hilariously enough, the three of us who signed up to go diving did so very reluctantly because the other option was golf, but I think our collective dread actually made the experience a lot more memorable.
Wiggle their feet a little for the video.
The diving was actually pretty cool, and I would do it again. The next day, we checked into a resort, and it was luxury. Okay. And finally, it was time for the main event, the reason why we were in Japan in the first place, our friends Chi and Ariel's wedding. It was super small and intimate, with only 40 people, and probably the chillest wedding I've ever been to. After the wedding, we made a quick pit stop back in Tokyo to drop off our bags, and then all piled into a big van to Fuji. Here we stayed in a traditional ryokan, and the hotel grounds were absolutely stunning. This was our room. We did fit all 5 kids in here, so it was like a big sleepover every night, which was really fun. There's a nice sitting area by the window with this lovely garden view and a tiny, tiny view of Mount Fuji, which you can't see from this clip. There's also a little area to make tea, which had both a kettle and a sink, which was really nice. And this large tatami area turns into the sleeping area at night. This is the bathroom, dual sink, which was needed with so many of us. And this little in-between area I'm walking through is the shower, which is to my left. And then we had our own private onsen, which was very, very nice.
Yeah, so cute. Oh, yes. Yes. You'll get used to it though.
A set dinner was provided as part of the hotel, and their presentation was very good. After dinner, they had a drum show, which was super cool. You could literally feel the drum sounds reverberate in your own body. I believe all the performers are volunteers too, which I thought was pretty neat. But anyways, I'll let you enjoy the show. On our last day in Fuji, we did some impromptu sightseeing, and I ended up getting probably the most beautiful shots I took on the whole trip. So enjoy!